Good Tuesday, everybody. This is Grace, and it's right about noon. And in this video, I want to talk about, I'll use dating as an example, or relationships, and narcissistic people, anger, and all of it due to, or the reason, the focus is on anger and your time being wasted. Okay, let me get into this. Say you're a person who is looking to get married, and you date somebody, and you state that your purpose is to get married. You know, at some point, you talk about that, and the other person is just, fine, all that. But you spend a year or so, and then you basically find out this person is not at all interested in getting married, and they let you know, the whole narcissistic thing of conning you at first and love bombing and all this stuff. But later on down the line, no, they had no intention in the first place, okay, of ever getting married. It could be a year, 2 years, however much. So you feel like they have wasted your time, okay, because it was under false pretenses, false promises, something like that. Now, from this, if this has happened to you, if you've done the online dating, I want to do some videos about online dating. You could see this back to back, okay? Even the person you meet might not be anything like they put themselves out to be. But usually they wait until they've reeled you in, narcissistic types, they reel you in, then they go from their best dating behavior to their real true colors kind of thing. But, if you've done that and you've spent time dating and you run across one after another, whether it's male or female, whether you date males or females, but you might, get this thing about people wasting your time. And it angers you in any other kind of situation when somebody is wasting your time. It's like, it can be something simple. Okay, it could be something simple like, say you live in a neighborhood, in a house, and constantly, this part happened to me, constantly people would come to the door, leave junk, all kinds of junk on the door, salespeople, their cards, their flyers, their brochures, whatever. But every time they did, my dogs would go mud case. They knew somebody was out there, somebody was doing something. So whatever I was doing at the time, was, messed up because of the dogs and the people at the door and all this kind of thing. And sometimes it was salespeople. Of course, it was roofing. We all know that there is this scam that's been going on for years about roofers saying, oh, they see your roof. Let me get a little money so I can go down the store and buy the materials. Yeah, and they never. You don't do that. Don't give them money. They'll never come back. Any kind of construction. I've never been fallen for it, but you'll have a lot. That's what we had. Was a lot of people coming by, wanting to sell us something. Okay. And that's a big waste of my time. That was such a big waste. It was unbelievable how many times the door would ring every day. Every day. And, these are people who, it's all about them. I had after that, let me put it, what do you call it? You put up a sign that says no solicitation or no trespassing or whatever it is. You mark your house, I guess. And I did that. Well, I still had people coming to the door. Every blue moon, not quite as much. And one was a young woman, and I said, did you read this? And she says, yeah, I read it, but, still. I just slammed the door right on her. You just shut the door. I just couldn't believe. She had the nerve, yeah, she read it, but it didn't match what she wanted to do, so hey. And that's kind of what you might find when you're dating, and it might become an issue for you to constantly have people waste your time. Then not only did I have the door, but also on the phone. People would call the landline constantly. Cell phones. He has that problem. I have the problem. All these phones are on the do not call.gov. It doesn't matter. I've checked them. I've made sure that it doesn't matter. They're still going to call. And the thing about it is, most often they're roofers. Roofers, this is the thing. Yeah. Oh, and they always say your neighbor. One of your neighbors over there, that neighbor over there, they were the one suggested it about you. You know, suggested we come by to talk to you or call you or whatever. Okay, but I'm kind of curious. You know, how do other people deal with this? Because I think we're living in a world more and more these days where people will waste your time. You know, if you call to get simple help on, you know, your new cell phone. I got a new cell phone, by the way, and I just had to leave. I had to go to the place. And the cell phone company didn't know the answer. The guy, they told me to go to the place where I got the phone. He didn't know. I called him. I had to go there, wasting my time. You see what I'm saying? Wasting your time. But how do other people deal with it? I mean, I know we live in a world these days where this is just more and more and more. You know, happens more often. Anyway, that's enough for now. I'll talk to you later. Bye.